but no caution. Free kick to Kenya that Abud just knocks back to Owino.
Sakari looking to inspire something. Little touch. Wonderful interplay.
Now, free kick to Kenya. Touch initially just outside the area. Mokonzi is incensed and collects the caution. Mokonzi trying to track. Catches Ryan Ogam. Sakari with that little interplay. Coming up towards 20 minutes. And the crowd really finding their voice here. Under the watchful gaze of, amongst others, William Ruto, His Excellency, the President of Kenya, the President of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Kenya looking to test Ifunge. A metre outside the 18-yard area of the Leopards. Kenya on the attack. Abud looks to go directly a goal, and a cry of frustration. Some frustration, a wince from Munib Josephs, the goalkeeper coach. Long-time South African international. One of the all-time great goalkeepers. Also a long-time friend of Benny McCarthy.
Kitambala, little head on. Mascala should get on the end of this. Abud is watching him, marshalling him. And Abud comes away with possession, showing his experience here. Stayed on his feet, calm and composed. That ball swept away by Mansour. It picks out Ogam. Sakari has it now, and he looks forced in. Another free kick to Kenya, just inside opposition territory. Bieye. Second time he's been spoken to by referee Jelly Chavani. He's ripped out yellow cards for Sakari of Kenya and Mokonzi of the RC, but Bieye has escaped with 2 warnings. Mr. Nodiambo, the player who's looking to impress here, having shot to international recognition during last year's Kasafa Cup, where he played with Kenya's emerging stars. The MVP of the Kenyan Premier League 2 seasons ago. 20 minutes gone, no goals as yet, but there's much promise. Abud seeking a way through. He was impeded, but the ball trickles over the goal line, and referee Jelly Giovanni happy to call for the goal kick. Six shots a goal between the sides, no shot on target as yet, so the goalkeeper has really been tested. As the Mexican wave starts to make its way all around the Moi International Sports Centre here in Nairobi. Incidentally, it's not because it was invented in Mexico, but because it was made famous in the 1986 Mexico FIFA World Cup. It is known as the Mexican wave. The same year that this stadium was being built. Long range potentially on the cards. Onyango looked to hit that. Abud will recover. Bieye with a clearance. It's Mansour, player who says he's been working on himself both mentally and physically this past year. Somebody who is impressed at youth international level for Kenya, under 18s, under 20. Cut back inside from Sakwa. Again, on the end of it, Sakwa cuts between 2 Congolese players. Back with Bieye. Galea was wondering where the throw might come his way. Throw taken quickly though, from the far side, and nearly worked a wonder for DRC. Dumba, somewhat surprisingly, given his skill and ability, can't keep this ball in play. It's Kitambala. If you watched any of the Champions League action, you may well remember his goal against Mamelodi Sundowns, where he dribbled half the team and then scored a near-side wonder goal against Ronwen Williams. Ogam wants it. Juma Masood in possession. Sakwa. Masood is there. So to Onyango. He's been part of the Gormaya setup since he finished high school. Joined the youth team after high school and worked his way into the first team. He has another chance, showing some pace. Sakari going flying through the middle. Sylvester Owino. 25 minutes effectively on the clock. No goals as yet. Positive for Democratic Republic of Congo is that they've managed to create 2 shots from inside the 18-yard area of Kenya. Kenya's only effort was the set piece that Aboud took from just outside the area. High of the crossbar. Kenyan side, though, like Democratic Republic of Congo, lost a host of players during the preparation camps for this tournament because they were signed by clubs playing outside of the domestic league of their respective countries. Free kick to the Leopards. Normally going down. Kenya, having lost the likes of Emmanuel Osoro and Moses Shuma, top 2 scorers in the Kenya League this past campaign. They both completed transfers to Zambia Premier League side Power Dynamos. Mohamed Ali Omar Bajaber signed for Tanzanian giant Simba. He's ineligible to play in this tournament. Also losing Pamba Swale to a medical condition and Brian Musa to a thigh injury. Finds Austin, but his chip into the path of Masoud Juma is a little too far ahead of the experienced midfielder. He was discovered by Shabana in a national talent search back in 2014 was Masoud Juma. Went from strength to strength. Fine challenge by Owino, coming across nicely. Sylvester Owino, known to many by his nickname, Silly Silly. Kitambala, the touch. Little flick on. To be out of play, and another throw into the Leopards. Pressure not released just yet. Major with the clearance. Duombele wants to go long, finds Kitambala, ball comes back his way, it's swept in again, it's a free header, and again it's over. Still unable to find the target. Nissan Dumba, the latest to get a shot in. Kitambala It's up for an aerial challenge from the initial ball in by Ndombele, the throw. Just a touch of heads. Dr Congo watching on. And not the effort. Dumba rising highest. That was the throw. Looks like a little bit of an elbow in the back of the head.
Kept in play? No. Onyango just unable to get there despite a valiant effort. McCarthy watching on. Comes out to the edge of his technical area. Omija. Aboud. Austin, it's beautiful, beautiful interplay. Sujuma couldn't find the finish, denied by a Afonge, but I think we've had our first shot on target in this game. Recovered by Sakwa, played back to the halfway line. Manzour now. Kenya showing a little spark. Basiala. Mikamishe. Sujuma very well have had Kenya's first goal of this tournament. The interplay was wonderful. The pass from Austin Odhiambo was excellent. Sakwa. The Bandari man uprooted by Ndombele. Half an hour gone, goalless it remains. Kenya seem to be building in confidence and have just registered the first shot on target in this game. Austin Odhiambo, former AFC Leopards man, stands over this. A little too close to Afonge, who courageously comes and punches the ball away. Onyango brought down by Basiala. Free kick Kenya.
Dumba was with a slightly false touch. Onyango claiming possession, couldn't get the shot away before being brought down. So Afonge with a little bit of work to do in the last couple of minutes after spending the bulk of the opening half hour without much opportunity to showcase his goalkeeping ability. Austin Odhiambo over this. Chipped into space, comfortable for the keeper.
And a wasted opportunity that sends Benny McCarthy in his technical area into disappointment mode. Certainly felt aggrieved after that wasted chance. Back at the club where he started, after spells at Kariobangi Sharks and also at Oman Club Dhofar. Just helping out as Matoba made a charge down that far flank again. It's scuffed slightly. Allows the clearance at the near post. No recovered. Juma unable to send the ball convincingly clear. DRC have another opportunity here. Kenya look to clear their lines and opt to try to run it out of their danger area. The idea was good. Just a little too strong for David Sakwa to keep it in play. To Kitambala, who's double-teamed. Just a moment ago, there were the frantic appeals by a handful of DRC players for handball, and indeed coach Ngoma. The AR check quickly concluded there was nothing in the incident. A handball had occurred. Free kick on the halfway line. Juma down. He's played in so many different places, Masud Juma. From South Africa to Sweden. Lays it off now. It was the near perfect layoff, but the finish was not there. Genuine opportunity. Masud Juma was calling for it. Watch this. Little chest down. The opportunity for Sakwa to hit it. He hit it. Skews off the side of the boot. Again, further frustration for McCarthy. But Kenya are growing in confidence. They are committing further players forward. They are providing a little more pressure on the DRC defence. Sakari's been heavily involved down their right flank. Sakwa it was with that final effort a moment ago. Just talking about Masud Juma, the influence that he brings, having applied his trade in numerous countries around the world, including South Africa. Olga. Eventually sees the ball cleared by Ndombele. Ryan Ogum, 15 goals this past campaign, but it was a mid-season injury that ultimately contributed to his potential goal haul being curtailed. It's Masud Juma alongside Hussein Ndombele. It's played in Sweden, UAE, Libya, Algeria, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, even in Iran with the Persian giants. Istiklal, Zifonge claims this cleanly. Ndombele. Taken quickly, Toumba. Certainly past a couple of players. And ultimately the triangles don't work for the Leopards. Possession very much favouring the home side. They haven't been able to make use of it quite as they would have liked. The foul count is rising. A couple of yellow cards issued as well. Kenya, delivery from the far side. It was in towards Ogam, who was just unable to reach it. Ifonga gets firmly behind it. Sakari it was, with another telling run down that right flank.
Not too far away from Ryan Ogam.
Ndombele wanted it. Ndombele, though, is calling for Basiala to make space for himself, and eventually goes the way of Kitambala. Basiala got it back, but it was snatched away by Omija. Masud Juma, Austin Odiambo being tugged off the ball. Another free kick. Kamishe unhappy with the call. Wearing the captain's armband this edition. Delivery in, 3 players waiting. It's going to be offside. That's confirmation. Joel Wonkado of Liberia, the assistant referee on the far side, and Suleiman Amaldin of Comoros on the near side. Sujuma just straying. Wonderful support for Kenya in this first appearance. Ndombele with a little cut back in towards Basiala, but that was well snatched away. Free kick to Kenya. Mansour it was, bumped off the ball. Here he is, back on his feet. The only KCB player in this lineup. Austin Odiambo, one of several Gor Mahia players in this lineup. A couple of fouls that Ndombele has committed in recent moments. Chili Chavani just has a word on his way past to check on Kenya's Masud Juma. Benny McCarthy from a few yards away. There's a word to Jelly Chavani. They know each other well from time together in South Africa's PSL. Aboud, Onyango. Masud Juma charging onto this into that 18-yard area, looking for the cutback. There were 3 players potentially who get on the end of it, but under a little pressure from Ndombele, scuffs his cutback. Collected by Afonge. Here's Ndombele. Coming up towards half-time, goal as it remains. And for Kenya, we hope this is not anything serious. One of the key players, this one's for Juma. Sakwa, he's had a chance in this game. Still plenty of opportunity to light up this tournament. This is a little chest down by Masud Juma. Teed up for Sakwa. Struck it firmly, but a little waywardly. Presidents enjoying conversation during a little break in the football. Biella lofted over the top. Asiala in after it. Omija's under pressure, but he's done well to shepherd that ball all the way back to the goal line. Owino. Played a pivotal role for a couple of seasons as Romayo went back-to-back for league titles. The record champions after he made his way to the club from Kakamega Homeboys in October 2022. Very stable, composed defender.
Collision. Bieye holds his hands up, but Jelly Chavani has called for medical attention immediately.
I think it's Sakwa who's gone down.
Clash of heads, and the medical attention has been summoned rather urgently by the South African referee.
Coming up towards half-time. Concerns for Kenya here. Tony McCarthy using the opportunity, the little blanket play, to feed instructions. Owino, the latest to receive instructions. The good news is Sakwa is seated. Just a clash of heads, it seemed, between Sakwa and Bieye. Sakwa, ball lofted, caught the shoulder. But a very firm shoulder from Bieye. As we hit the 45-minute mark, Sakwa is back on his feet. He's been ushered to the sideline. And 4 minutes of additional time. This is Patrice Milazar, the Mauritian fourth official. The head injury assessment by the medical team, and Sakwa seems ready to go. Play will get back underway from a drop ball because the ball was in play when the referee stopped for the potential head injury. Nikamishe, a little too strong for Basiala. Of teams that have brought much changed lineups and squads to this African Nations Championship. Democratic Republic of Congo is one of them. Kenya looking to advance their cause, looking for a goal, and they find it brilliantly in added time. It's Austin Odhiambo with the strike that sends Kenya into rapture. Austin Odhiambo is a star, but his star has risen exponentially now. Kenya might have started this first half on the back foot, but they ended very much on the front foot. In added time, Austin Odhiambo latches onto one and finishes with aplomb. Driven wide, takes it onto his left. Ndombele closing him down from one side, Kalonji on him from another. He finds space between two defenders. An exceptional finish beyond Difunge, and Kenya have their goal. A historic first goal in the African Nations Championships for Kenya. What a time to be alive. They will celebrate from Mombasa to Malindi, from Kisumu to Nairobi. They'll be dancing in Kakamega, in Nyeri, and indeed celebrating in Eldoret. Kenya have been brought to life by a late first half goal from Austin Odhiambo. If you want to see your name up in lights, do this. Do something extraordinary, something exceptional in the history books. Austin Odhiambo is the name that will be written as the goal scorer of Kenya's first at the African Nations Championship. Host nations have traditionally got off to positive starts, only one loss, and that came at the inaugural edition when Cote d'Ivoire were down by Zambia, the eventual bronze medalists. 3-0 scoreline. Since then, though, 7 of the 8 tournament openers, including Tanzania's victory over Burkina Faso in Dar es Salaam yesterday. It's been good going for hosts, now for Kenya to build on the platform that they've created here. Kitambala sees that deflected out for the corner. Kosiala to take, Kalonji's forward. Mokonzi there as well, both excellent from set pieces, as is Ndombele. Omondi called for it, and then a scramble. Eventually the ball cleared off the line by Omija. But goalkeeper Omondi is asking questions of the players around him. It shouldn't have been quite so challenging. Problem here for Aboud, I think, who's down. And that will be it. The end of an opening half that has yielded one goal, and that goal has come historically from Austin Odhiambo, who scored in added time at the end of the opening half. Half time, Kenya 1, Congo DR 0. Statistically, how they lined up for the opening half, Kenya with nearly 2/3 of the possession in this game, although they had only half the shots that their opponents had. They did have an all-important shot on target, a couple in fact. They controlled the passing, their accuracy was better than their opponents, and you could argue they deservedly lead at half-time. Remarkably, only one corner in the game. This Group A encounter featuring Kenya and Democratic Republic of Congo is poised to take place at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. Early opportunities for both these sides. Lovely run on by Sakwa, got into a good area, trying to find the ball in for Ryan Ogam, but overhit it slightly. The Leopards had a few opportunities. I thought they'd scored here as well. Aboud uprooted by Basiala. The loose ball slammed home by Kitambala, who celebrated, but was then subsequently denied once the check confirmed that Aboud had indeed been fouled in the build-up to the Kitambala strike. The set piece close in should have been the opening goal. Somehow Kolo Mokonzi, who's usually so excellent from set pieces, was unable to direct his effort. And then Kenya missed a set piece themselves. This was a glorious chance. First shot on target in the game came from Masud Juma. Austin Odiambo, who would later see his name up in lights, producing the offload. Delivery came close to Ryan Ogam again, and Ifonga was able to get there and deny Ogam from getting on the end of Sakari's efforts, or indeed the follow-up by Austin Odiambo. The interplay here, and then Austin Odiambo had his chance inside the 18-yard area. Beat his defender Kalonji, and with Ndombele closing, managed to fire the left-footed effort back beyond Ifonga in the Democratic Republic of Congo goal. The historic first strike for Kenya at the African Nations Championship, and they lead at half-time by 1-0.
It is time for Formula One in Hungary. Welcome to Budapest.
Lando Norris chops across his teammate. Piastri takes the lead of the race. The crowd are roaring.
Stappen, will he dive this time?
Oh, he locks up and he makes contact with his old rival.
This is the Hungarian moment.
For the first time in Formula One, Oscar Piastri wins.
Really good weekend. Thank you, everyone.
For the first time in Sail GP history, the popular seaside resort of Sassnitz, Germany, hosts 12 world-class teams. It's the first opportunity for Eric Heil's Germany Deutsche Bank to impress in front of passionate home fans.
Eric Heil in his second season for Germany Deutsche Bank. They've just been absolutely on fire.
Don't miss the Germany Sail Grand Prix Sassnitz.
Welcome to the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025.
Let's go. Let go. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Get loose control if you want to. Then you can do whatever you want to. Money on that, sleep on that, get all the way out to no crazy. Then do whatever you want to. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No go crazy, let's go. No go.
Amid the endless demands of a chaotic world,
That's what they came to see.
find your solace in the world's most beautiful game.
Oh, what a goal that is. Absolute delirium.
Let football become your refuge.
But what a fabulous finish it was.
Relive the highlights every week. UEFA Europa League and UEFA Europa Conference League highlights on BN Sports.
the late Gérard Houllier. A gentleman who's best remembered for reinvigorating Liverpool and leading an historic treble in 2001. But there's a story less familiar to those outside of Merseyside. In 2002, after 5 months away from the dugout due to serious health reasons, the Frenchman returned, with them needing at least a 2-goal win against Roma to progress.
We found out an hour or two just before kick-off that Gerrard was actually going to be coming to the game. And I wasn't prepared for the emotion that came from the supporters that night. I really wasn't. It was when he walked out that it was raucous. It was an unbelievable noise. When the reality really sets in, is like, we've got to win. We have got to win this game for him. All I remember really is the energy we started with. And because we started the game well, the fans, you know, bounced off us, and then we got the penalty, which I think I got fouled for it. Getting that first goal was key. It was really crucial. And we knew we needed a second, but I was never concerned we weren't going to get it. I don't know why. It's just a feeling we'll get it. And we did. Normally you get euphoria because you're going through to the next round, or you know, you're winning 3 points, or you win. The reward is football based. Not that night. It was seeing the smile on Gerrard's face after, you know. He meant so much to me in many ways. It was really sad news when I heard of him passing, and he became my friend as well as my manager. True gentleman, family man, somebody who cared about his players. I was very fortunate that I got to go to Anfield. There was a memorial for Gerrard. It was nice to have that at Anfield, you know, where we created so many special memories.
FIA Formula 2, here we go.
All pushing hard, giving it everything.
Could we see records broken? Whoa, almost contact. Oh, the driver's in trouble. That will have cost him. Who's going to be the next driver to go to F1? The battle is on.
This is the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi, affectionately the Kasarani Stadium, where Kenya and Democratic Republic of Congo are meeting in a Group A fixture of the 2024 Total Energies African Nations Championship. Well, Kenya find themselves leading in what is their first ever match at an African Nations Championship by a 1-0, courtesy of Austin Odhiambo just moments before half-time. Democratic Republic of Congo, though, bring pedigree and an ability to win into this fixture. They are playing their 27th African Nations Championship match here and now. Kenya are playing their first. They bring a certain effervescence and experience as well, despite the fact that only one squad member has genuine experience at this level, an African Nations Championship. That is the captain in Mika Mishe. There's the goal scorer for Kenya, Austin Odhiambo, and there was a rampant goal scorer in his playing days, Benny McCarthy. In his first season in the Premier League, he finished second in the goal-scoring charts, 17 goals at Blackburn Rovers, won the UEFA Champions League with Porto, amongst his many, many plaudits over the years. A man that scored twice against Democratic Republic of Congo in the semi-finals of the 1998 Africa Cup of Nations to see South Africa into the final, where they hoped to defend their title against Egypt. They unfortunately lost that fixture. Elton Kayembe is going to be making his way on. One of the standout stars of the new league champions in Democratic Republic of Congo. He and Josue Kazema from St. Eloi Lupopo. Fine winger he is. Both 24-year-olds. Making their way on now. It's a double change. Mbieye is off. St. Eloi Lupopo's Kazema is on, and Dr Congo's Kayembe is on. Half-time changes. Second half is underway. Kenya, who turn out in the red, are the side who lead by a 1-0, courtesy of Austin Odhiambo. Historic first goal. And an assist, lest we forget, by David Sakwa. Nisan Dumba and Diumbieye, the two players whipped off at half-time. It's one of the two changes. Kazema's on, and the Popo man looking to get involved immediately. DRC, so we see a free kick awarded here. Aboud feels aggrieved and has a word with the assistant referee. And Kazema winning the free kick. The tricky winger is Kazema. Set-piece opportunity for a side making its 7th appearance at an 8th edition of the African Nations Championship, a joint record. It's just a little hold-up in play because the corner flag is needing to be replaced. It's the Liberian assistant on the far side. Joel Wongado has managed to complete that. Jelly Chavani, meanwhile, is just having a little word with Masud Juma and Jeff Kitambala. Not too much jostling going on. Delivery in. Mondi with a punch away. Ndombele to combine with players down the far flank. There's a lovely ball in towards Matobo. Brings it under control, but lost a moment. Allows a little recovery time for Sakari. As the goal-scoring hero, it's being wildly applauded as he touches the ball. Mukonzi. Kukulea to go down the line. Here's Ogam, big tall striker who can hit it firm and true. Mukonzi back to Ifonge. So Kenya, no changes at the break. McCarthy's liked what he's seen, particularly in the closing stages of the opening half, I'd suggest. For DRC, they've made the couple of changes, having conceded late in the opening half. Atobo again looks dangerous. It finds the player. And that is a timely block by Manzoor, closing down Basiala. Excellent work from Suleiman Manzoor, the 19-year-old, showing great maturity. That's the captain Aboud, but it was Manzoor who made the initial block. And the ball had got through. Again, a little jostling for position in the area. Masud Juma and Jefta Kitambala getting to know one another a little too well. Away by Ogam. Basiala. Funyango. Still the Leopards maintain a presence inside that Kenya final third. Mr. Nodiabo with a little touch flicked into the path of Masud Juma. Controls it nicely, finds Onyango as well. Space opening up and a needed opportunity for Sakwa. Sakwa was making a brilliant run, but he's found Sakari instead. Sakwa looking to retreat to get on the ball. Sakwa recovers. Sakari's pass has gone astray. Now, Leopards again on the attack. Matobo, wily winger, and this one is a little off target. Under pressure from Umija. Modus Ngoma. This DRC side over the years has produced many a familiar name in the African Nations Championship. They've won the tournament twice. They've had player of the tournament named twice as well. The legend in 2009, Pezo Mputu, was player of the tournament in the inaugural edition that DRC won. And then Meshak Elia, top scorer and player of the tournament in 2016. Oh, Mikamisha. He hits a little late, but he's straight back on his feet. Onyango with an apologetic hand up to his opponent. Joli Giovanni allowing play to continue. Advantage accruing for DRC. Kitambala bounces off the defender and then fires high. Glorious opportunity for Democratic Republic of Congo. Silvestre Owino proving nothing more than a speed bump in the path of Kitambala on that occasion. Owino has been steadily improving, and he made his international debut in September last year against Zimbabwe after impressing Kenya's emerging stars at the COSAFA Cup last year, where a couple of these players put their hands up, including Austin Odiambo, the goal scorer. Zema looking to inspire. Nicely stunned by Sakari. Read it well. The man that is known more commonly as Dante, Daniel Sakari. Zema stays down. Zema just made his way onto the park, the tricky winger. Speed down that far side flank to go around the outside of Suleiman Manzoor, showing his pace. It wasn't so much a challenge, it was in fact after he was trying to skip free, he almost comes down on Manzour's leg, which unwittingly sees him uprooted. Play to get back underway from a drop ball. Lands for Kokelea, the left back. There's Kitambala holding the ball up nicely. Basiala in support. Kokelea again. 3 players to aim at. Fails to pick out a teammate. Onyango bravely controls that and courageously works it away. Elton Kayembe was lurking there for DRC. Onyango scrambles it clear, and now a chance for Kenya through Masud Juma. Kalunji puts the ball out of play, and Masud Juma gestures to the crowd, who are utterly enlivened. Making their Chan tournament debut. One of 2 debutants, incidentally, at this edition, alongside Central African Republic. Kenya, the 33rd nation to play in the African Nations Championship. Aboud with a little pass into a danger area. And the 2 experienced campaigners for Kenya, not only for the domestically based side, but indeed for the senior international team. Juma and Aboud looking to combine. Ifonge under a little pressure from Austin Odiambo. Congolese side that has missed only 1 edition. Kokelea will take quickly. Mukonzi, well, he tried to take quickly, but he was well forward of where referee Jenny Giovanni signalled the free kick needed to take place after Mukonzi was felled. Only missed the 2018 edition, did DRC. Failed to qualify. They are in danger of going 5 matches without a win if they can't overturn the deficit in this fixture. Two draws, 2 losses in their last 4 matches for Congo. Democratic Republic, who find themselves down by a goal to Kenya here. They lost to Cameroon in the 2020 quarterfinals, and they lost one of their matches and drew 2 in 2022 in Algeria, which was incidentally their first winless tournament. 3 matches, no wins, no goals either. Drew with Uganda and Cote d'Ivoire, and then lost to Senegal 3-0, the eventual champions. Onyango steering it into the path of Ogam, who fails to advance it, but sends it back towards Sakari. Kenya Police star made his international debut while he was still at Kariobangi Sharks in 2019. Frame of Owino, across to Omeja, looking forward towards Sakari. Very smart, intelligent player. He's not just smart on the pitch, he's smart with the books as well. Mr. Odiambo looking to advance Kenya's cause. And with Sakari, who's got a degree in statistics and pure mathematics. Kitambala goes down, free kick Leopards. Just afterwards, it looked like a collision between Ogam and Ibrahim Matobo. Two relatively young players. Ogam says no to medical attention. The medical attention is coming on for another Kenyan player who's down. This is the incident. Ogam saying that there was an elbow from Matobo. Looks like Suleiman Manzoor, the player who's down. He's made a few brilliant interventions for Kenya today. Looking to inspire a nation, are Kenya. And they're doing it under Benny McCarthy so far. They lead by 1-0. Musiala has been one of the standout players for the Leopards. McCarthy and Vasiliki having a little chat. Just going off for a little medical attention. Play gets back underway and the Mexican wave begins again. Here's the substitute with a thunderous effort. Kayembe unleashing one from range. He's not a stranger to scoring, is Elton Kayembe. One of the standout players is Dr Congo ended up claiming a maiden league campaign in only their second season of existence in Lina Foot. The DRC top flight. Owino has really marshalled well against the significantly taller Kitambala. Again, showing some skill and ability down this near side flank, Matobo, but he's unable to find a teammate or indeed a finish. Kitambala was waiting. As we hit the hour mark in Nairobi, Kenya 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. There's still plenty of football to be played. Kenya on debut against the two-time champions. Otobo, another one of the players who has stand out for the Eagles, who claimed their first Lina Foot title this season. It broke the domination of the Lubumbashi Giants, Mazembe, and Kinshasa Giants, AS Vita. They've shared the league title between them every year since 2009. Such has been the domination of those two clubs. Mazembe, the record champions, 20 times. Kenya with 6 shots at goal, but importantly, they've got the 1 goal. 11 for DRC. Disappointingly for the Democratic Republic of Congo, only one of those 11 has been on target. Haven't really tested Omondi, and on a couple of occasions have missed a gaping net. 2 free headers. Matobo. Kitambala looks to get away from Omija. Can't find the pass away, and Kenya again show confidence in looking to run this ball out of their danger area. Swept forward by Ogam, but it'll be cut out by Mukonzi. Sends it both back towards Basiala. Kitambala's there to recover. The captain, Mikamishe, down the near side. Matobo again. They're using this left flank a lot more in recent minutes after using Kazema when he came off the bench for the opening few minutes of this second half. Omija with a well-timed challenge, out for another corner. Player down. It looks like Manzoor again. And the teenager looks like he might be done. Benny McCarthy will be going towards his bench very shortly fact, I can tell you that Nabuire and Mushiri have got their vests off, they've got their match jerseys on. DRC have got a promising substitution in prospect. A little surprised to see that Matobo is the player who's making way. In fact, they've decided against making the change before the corner, so it will happen shortly. Oscar Kabwit to come on, delivery in, it's bouncing around, it could be there, and a scrambling save, courageous keeping from Omondi, dives at the feet of Kayembe to deny DRC an equaliser. Ball not cleared. Kenya with 10 players on the park, bear in mind, they're down one with Manzoor off for medical attention. Okonzi, second time in the game that he's had the goal at his mercy. Fails to score. Free kick to the Leopards. The left back being brought down. Basiala looks from range, takes a little deflection. It's come off Kitambala, so it'll be a goal kick. Benny McCarthy looking to rile the crowd up, feeling they've lost a little intensity. Kenya lead. They're 25 odd minutes away from a famous victory. The Harambee Stars, who certainly look re-energized. They're looking to keep with what has traditionally been the result for host nations and the African Nations Championships, and that's to start with a win. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Kenya 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Omondi, rather remarkably, that ball not going to his teammates. Excellent distribution has by Omondi. Made his international debut a couple of years ago against Pakistan. Delivery into Kitambala. Slightly off balance. He was backpedaling and unable to get any power behind it. Sees his effort wide. So Masoud Juma has played his part and he makes way. Boniface Mushiri, the Ulinzi Stars man, is making his way on. Nabuire coming on to replace the injured Manzoor, who left the park a short while ago. The Kenya Police man. So you've got Ulinzi Stars and Kenya Police. Ulinzi means defense in Swahili. Ulinzi Stars, the club that Mushiri plays for, are the defense force club. Kabwit is still waiting for his chance to come on for the Democratic Republic of Congo. A little break in play as Kitambala is needing some help. Just stretching. There's Kabwit on the right of your screen. Very tricky player. And somewhat surprised he wasn't immediately in the starting lineup. Orso Mwaku also standing at the ready, aiming to make his way on shortly. They are attacking players, both. So Kitambala Looks to be struggling with a little cramp here. Play back underway. This was a short while ago. Backpedaling, just unable to reach it. And then looked to be struggling with cramp after that. Mikamishe. Oga lets him go. Dombele looking to work that ball past his opponent, can't do so. Kitambala still off. A couple of substitutes making their way towards the halfway line. Confirmation of the score with just over 20 minutes to play. Kenya lead by a goal to nil. Kitambala is going to make way. He's already marched to the dugout, and he makes way for another striker, Osomwaku. While Ibrahim Motobo makes way for Oscar Kabwit. Was Kenya hoping that Kabwit doesn't do what Kabwit often does, and that's score. Scored in both qualifying legs against Chad, did Kabwit. Among his several goal contributions for club and country this past season. Kitambala, his day is done. And Kabwit, unlike the bulk of his teammates, is a full DRC international. Plays under Sebastien Desabre, who is here in Nairobi supporting Odison Ngoma and the players. Long ball forward. Uino seeking Sakwa. Couldn't quite find his teammate. Sakwa with the assist for Austin Odiambo's goal, the only goal of the game so far. Seen 3 goals in this championship so far. Tanzania getting off to a 2-0 victory over Burkina Faso in the opening fixture in Group B. Sopu from the penalty mark. And then Mohamed Hussein, the phenomenal left-back who's contributed so significantly to Tanzanian success over the years, scoring a very fine-headed goal, his first for his country. Kenya 20 minutes away from claiming an opening day victory of their own. Sakari walks back despondent after conceding the free kick. Kazema down this near side flank, applying a little pressure, and the pressure proving telling. Papi Kukulea, the Lupopo man, stands over this. He's actually just marched away because Basiala's come charging in. Basiala low and flat, but ultimately not testing for the Bandari keeper Omondi. Uino. Again, promising the build-up. Aboud this time making the run. Possession has changed significantly. Democratic Republic of Congo enjoying far more possession in the second half, and they've nearly levelled it out. Kenya had nearly 2/3 of the possession across the opening half. Democratic Republic of Congo have been building for chances. Omondi called for that, saying he wanted it. Taking no chances, though, as that ball came trickling in from Kabwit. Uino sends it to safety. Zema under pressure. Sakari comes away with it. Little chase on for Ogam. He's got some pace about him, but Kolonji is quick to react. The Tipi Mazembe man steers the ball away from danger. Nearly recovered by Sakwa. Mkonzi has possession. Problems for Kenya. Onyango is the player down, and they looked like they had the ball in a good position. The referee, Jerry Chavani, noting that Onyango was down, halts play. Two players struggling with cramp, it seems, in the closing stages of this tie. The dignitaries watch on. Under the watchful gaze of President Dr. Patrice Motsepe and His Excellency William Ruto, Kenyan President. Onyango making his way to the near side. Pretty much doing for his country what he does for his club. Ball progression and circulation. Crispin Irambo is being summoned by Benny McCarthy. And it's interesting that he might be using Irambo here, who was not part of the initial squad. Marvin Nabwira as well. Oh, maybe a problem here. Another free kick to Kenya. Marvin Nabwira as well wasn't part of the initial squad, the provisional squad, but he was named in the final squad. Ndombele gets as far away from the action as possible. Chili Chavani, though, is summoning him. Bushiri back on his feet. And Onyango back on the park. Looks like Benny McCarthy's going to make a triple change here. Looking to round out an opening day victory are Kenya. This tournament, a platform for so many players, many young who are playing on the international stage for the very first time, showcasing their ability. Nearly 50 countries entered qualifications. 19-team Chan tournament this is. "15 minutes plus added time to play." Democratic Republic of Congo know they're running out of time if they are to overturn an opening day defeat. They know the significance of claiming an opening day victory. And they're a side that have advanced past the group stages in all but one of their previous appearances. And that was last time out in Algeria. Maybe a chance here, and foiled. Mwaku goes high. Broke between two defenders, got a chance to finish. Owino backtracking. Looked to head the ball, I think, back towards his keeper. Left it short, allowed Mwaku the opportunity to strike it. He hit it firmly, and wildly off target. Omondi getting play back underway. Brought down by Nabwire. Free kick and a yellow card as well for Ndombele. Pushed it down the far side. Mushiri showing his pace. Ndombele, certainly the replay shows the significant arm movement from the usually central defender who's playing as a right back today. It's a free kick in a very handy position. Omondi is going to make his way on. He, Irambo and Kibwage all coming on for Kenya in a triple substitution for Benny McCarthy. They're doing it before the set piece on the far side. David Sakwa is still jostling for a position inside the 18-yard area. He's not noticed the board up. Chili Chavani is asking the players to look towards the substitutions board, and indeed he's gone over to ask David Sakwa to leave the field. Sakwa with the assist for Austin Odiambo's goal. On comes Ben Stanley Omondi, the 21-year-old from Gor Mahia. Ogum makes way as well. As Mike Kibwage makes his way on now, one of two Tusker changes. The other is to be Crispin Irambo, who comes on for Alpha Onyango. Fine performance in midfield for Alpha Onyango. It's an opportunity here for Crispin Irambo to impress, the Kibera-born player, who only replaced Swale Pamba in the squad after it was discovered he had a medical condition. So from the set piece, delivery in, and that'll be out for the corner. Kenya maintain their advantage inside the Dr Congo final third. Aguirre applying pressure. I think he got a touch on it before it hit Kalonji and then went out of play. So from the corner, delivery in, and Ifonge reaches up and claims it between his fingertips, and that was cynical and silly, and it'll earn a caution for the new man on Kibwage. 10 minutes to go, Kenya lead by a goal. Ifonge had it, Kibwage chasing him, looks to disrupt the distribution by Ifonge. Kibwage on in the 78th minute, cautioned in the 80th. Clearance here by Kibwage though. Abud needs a little touch away. Kept alive, Dombele. Mikamishe down that far side. Kalonji. Kayembe has come a little further forward. There's Mukonzi. Seeking space. Kibwage away. Big tall frame of Kibwage. Known for his composure on the ball, the former AFC Leopards and KCB man. Another international who goes back a good few years, made his debut against Eswatini in 2018. DRC 15 shots at goal, only 2 have been on target, incidentally. Kenya half a dozen, and they've got the all-important goal. Here's Sakari. Away by Kulonji. Zema picks up on it. And they're going to make another change here, and it's going to be the last roll of the die from Otis Ngoma. He's going to be bringing on his most attacking player on the bench, Waku. Very fortunate to get on the end of that. Referee Jenny Chavani saying nothing wrong as Nabuire came away with it. Kenya through, one-on-one, and steered wide. Wonderful opportunity from Ben Stanley Omondi. The flag is up for offside. Wouldn't have counted regardless. But for a confidence perspective, you want to be hitting the target from that situation. End-to-end stuff. Austin Odiambo with a fine ball through, and Stanley Omondi just unable to time his run. And as that ball goes out of play, the indirect free kick to take place, we are going to see one final change, and it's going to be that of the captain making way. Mika Misha is off, and on in his place is Tony Talassi. The striker, only 19, from Angers. A bold move by Odison Ngoma, looking to see his side claim something from this fixture. From the corner, it's not cleared. Omondi will gather. Nabuire nodding it right down into the turf, but smothered by Omondi. Man who's been at Bandari now for a year and a half after joining from KCB. Well, taking a little too long, and what that means is corner. 8 seconds. If you haven't released the ball, it's a corner to your opponent. Now, Democratic Republic of Congo are very strong from this situation. They proved that in qualifying, and many of these players proved that playing for their club sides in continental competition. They've had 2 free headers from set-piece situations in and around the 18-yard area so far. Basiala delivers. The header is there to be had, but it's ballooned by Mobonzi. Omondi with the apologetic hands raised. Five minutes plus added time for Kenya to register a historic victory. They have an opportunity to do something special against regular competitors at Chan, and indeed 2 multiple champions in this group. Irambo goes all the way back to Omondi. Kenya have got Angola in 4 days' time. And then they face another 2-time champion, Morocco, next Sunday, then conclude the following Sunday against Zambia. Perennial contenders in international competition, Zambia. This has been termed the group of death, and rightly so. Free kick to Democratic Republic of Congo. They themselves know they've got a testing fixture list as we look back at Milton Kayembe going down. Free kick to the Leopards. They've got Zambia in their next match as Zambia make their first appearance in the 2024 edition of this African Nations Championship. It's in 4 days' time before they face Angola a week later, and then they finish against 2-time champions Morocco. Set to be one of the standout fixtures of the group stages. 4 titles between DRC and Morocco. That'll be the final group game. Long range, and it's high. Kabwit it was. Needed to take responsibility. He's still young, is Oscar Kabwit. He's only 20. But it's what he's achieved already. The full international who's shown his strength, his agility, his clinical finishing for club and country. That has seen him as one of One of the more anticipated stars for this Democratic Republic of Congo side. Title-winning sides led by Mutubili Santos in 2009, Florent Ibenge in 2016. Roma took over from Ibenge ahead of Algeria in the last edition. All around the stadium here in Nairobi, we see Pamoja, the tournament slogan, the Swahili word meaning together. And what we've seen from Kenya throughout the bulk of this tie is a togetherness, a harmony. Pamoja signifies unity and collaboration, working in harmony, and that's precisely what Kenya have done and what they're looking to do with both Tanzania and Uganda as co-hosts of this tournament. It's certainly layered. Dombele. There's Mukonzi. 11 players behind the ball for Kenya. McCarthy is fuming instructions from his technical area. Mukonzi drops his head. Ball out of play, and Aboud will be in no rush to take the throw. A little more muted now is Benny McCarthy, the genuine superstar in his playing days, up against Ngoma, who actually got his coaching career underway in France, in Valenciennes, rather than in Democratic Republic of Congo. Oh, Kayembe's been caught by Aboud. Nabuire. No, Kayembe's down. There's a couple of players down. Chili Chavadi has gone straight to the yellow card here. Nabuire immediately apologetic. And Kenya police player picking up a 90th minute yellow card. Swinging leg. Thankfully, there was little momentum in it. Kayembe's back on his feet. He's ready to continue. Basiala over this free kick as we hit the 90-minute mark. 7 minutes of time has been added on. 7 minutes for Kenya to hold on. Number 7 for DRC stands over the ball. They're down by a goal. Basiala. It's high. Omondi looked to have that covered though had it been on target. Masiala throws his head back in frustration. They've had 19 shots at goal. Only 2 have been on target. The Leopards certainly feel they'll have some work to do in the remainder of their fixtures if indeed they don't manage to escape with something from this tie. Ngoma can bring a tactical approach to this side. He usually emphasizes disciplined defense and swift counters. They've tried to play to that, but Benny McCarthy's side have unlocked Democratic Republic of Congo, all importantly through Austin Odiambo. Left back Kukulea to take the set piece from just inside the Kenyan half. It's a lofted ball, and Wandi's gathering underneath it, and he claims comfortably and receives an enormous cheer. The 2-time champions, Democratic Republic of Congo, are just minutes away from failing to win any of their last 5 African Nations Championship matches. Here's the goal scorer. Can he find a second? Mukonzi, well positioned, gets his head in the way and steers it away. And now they hit on the counter. This is where they can be very dangerous indeed. Basiala looked to be jumping out of the path of a challenge rather than caught by a challenge. Nabuire back to his position. Don't think Mija caught him. Here's a delivery, and again Omondi comes out and claims Owino might have been a little in his path and in his eye line as that ball came floating in, but he claims it comfortably, much to the delight of the near capacity crowd. Irambo, Mushiri, back he goes, Mushiri. It's good to see Mushiri playing again, although he finds himself on his belly on the turf. He had a 3-year absence from the national team. It was recalled last year to the Harambee Stars lineup. Former Tusker man, but the military man from Ulinzi Stars stands up and is ready to be counted for Kenya in the closing moments of this tie. The Leopards still want to play. Ngoma on the edge of his technical area, screaming instructions. McCarthy a little more muted, but clapping his hands, hoping to inspire an opening day victory for Kenya in Nairobi. Dombele around the outside of Irambo. Aboud closes him down. Excellent challenge from the captain, who gestures to the crowd, and they do not disappoint. But so far, it's the visiting fans who find themselves a little crestfallen and dejected. There's despair and anguish in the reactions of the supporters of Democratic Republic of Congo, who came to the stadium full of expectation and might leave it with significant disappointment. There's still time for an equaliser at least. It's not going to come with shots like that. Bokelea this time guilty of missing the target. 20 shots at goal, only 2 on target. And again, a shake of the head from the man in charge. Only 2 teams make the quarter-finals from this very strong Group A. Morocco, 2-time champions. Angola, recently rising in stature on the continent. Zambia, perennial contenders. DRC, 2-time champions. And then debutants, Kenya. So a win would be enormous for Kenya as they start their campaign. Cleared. Nabuire there. Austin Odiambo collects. Ben Stanley Omondi was making a run, but he's gone to the opposite flank. Mushiri was asked to chase. Austin Odiambo 90 seconds away from celebrating a victory with his teammates. There is always host nation pressure, but it does seem today that the home crowd has helped rather than weighed on the Harambee Stars. Kenya have largely controlled possession. They've controlled tempo for large parts of this game. Referee says it was nothing but ball, play on. DRC do exactly that. Kabwit finds Kazema. And that delivery is going to float over the crossbar, and Josue Kazema can't pick out a teammate into the final minute of added time. Kenya are edging closer. DRC, who are perfect so far in their friendlies leading up to the African Nations Championship, may fall to defeat in the tournament proper. Leopards hunting redemption, may not find it here. Kenya looking to start with a clean sheet, looking to start with a victory. Omija initially worked the ball away from Waku. at the end of this tie, and it's a historic result for Kenya, a historic debut. The 33rd nation to feature in the competition begins their campaign with a win on home soil. The co-hosts have done it, and Austin Odhiambo has scored the only goal of the game. Just moments before half-time, teed up by David Sakwa, Austin Odhiambo made the final charge and found the finish that determines the outcome. It's decisive, and it's Kenya who start on the front foot. They've beaten Democratic Republic of Congo by 1-0 in Nairobi. Benny McCarthy taking the plaudits, but also acknowledging